Mr. Soul, happy Easter. All right, guys, I did a Henry Parsons lesson, and afterwards I called my buddy and said, man, I need your soldano. I need some dirt. So I played this in a heavy band I was in college, Johnny Bravo, and we did like indie rock. But this is a Rat distortion pedal, and this thing's going on my pedal board, and when this pandemic's over, we're going to do a damn Panic show, and whenever Panic goes metal, I think this is great, man. I've got it hooked into a Blues Junior with this Strat Plus Deluxe. So anyway, Mr. Soul. And oh yeah, I'm wearing this pink shirt because it's Easter, man. We did church downstairs, and my wife was happy. I came down with the pink shirt on. You know, you gotta dress up. We try to make our beds and stuff. Crazy. So anyway, palm mute, need it. And just, use the fat part of your palm here, and then use your fingers as a rest. So your fingers are off, fat palms on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you got the 1, 2 pointer, A string, downstrokes. 1, 1, 2, and then E, F sharp, G, and we're doing these bar chords just like this. And then that second bar is, so we're on the G to F sharp, basically pulling off on that F sharp E. Second fret, we'll keep it together. Okay, and he does that, and that's E string 5th to 7, A string 5th to 7. Okay, that's Jimmy. A lot of what Jimmy's doing, and then it goes to A. Okay, that's the chord it goes to next. Now you can do the same thing on A, or watch Neil and Crazy Horse, and he does the A, and then he puts the pinky down on the 5th fret E and B string. And does some of that and holds it, right? Or you go. So that's just the A string and the D string, same thing. A. And then that's 4th to 5th. Hammer on. And then, now that's more the Neil Young part. So now if you want to do the first part and play with Neil Young and Crazy Horse, you're going to hear it. Okay, so it's 1, 2, E. One more time. 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's open E, and then I'm taking my pointer finger 4th to 5th, and then hammer on. 2 pick strokes. Watch my right hand. That's more how Neil Young does it. So I don't know which way I'm going to do it. I'll see what everybody in the band likes better, or maybe we'll do both. I don't know. But so there's a couple different options. And then if you listen, there's an acoustic lesson to acoustically. It's like, okay, just taking an E chord and doing that melody. But when you're watching Neil with Crazy Horse and Hauser and Jimmy, they're all doing it the ways I just showed you. And so then it goes to the A, and I showed you. And then D, and that's a D to A, and then you're doing the pinky down, you know, on the G. I mean, on the E string. And then I think there's another verse, and then it goes into the solo. Now here's the deal on the solo. The solo. In the beginning of the song, if you watch the Panic version, they're just strumming he's palm muting an A at the beginning. So we'll make sure I give y'all everything I can. So the little hold that A at the beginning, then work into it if you want to do it that way. And then basically the solo deal is it starts in the E. They go F and holds that. And A. So I was thinking about this. I was like, you know what's so hard about jazz guitar? The hard thing about jazz guitar, and I'm not a jazz guitarist, and I've talked to people about this, is that really they pretty much change scales over each chord. And that's what this is doing. We're going to do the solo, and we're going to rip up some E minor pentatonic stuff, okay? You know, E minor pentatonic over the E, right? Well, then when it goes to the F, we're going to do some... We're going to do some F major stuff. And then when it goes to A, we're going to A minor pentatonic. And doing the Chuck Berry lick. And then it does a little thing when it goes back to E like that, a little minor thing. So I'm going to kind of show you what I'm talking about, and I'm going to show you the hooks. But as long as you understand, you know, I don't learn all the solos note for notes. I try to learn the hooks and then jam around and transition. But you can transition, try playing in the E minor pentatonic, then try move into to F major, and then try moving to A minor pentatonic over this, then back to E. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm just see if it'll play. A minor. Okay, so you'll see what I did. I did the hooks at the beginning of each key change, and then I just jammed out. So to get you guys started on that really quick. So the first thing I did was I'm going to give you some E minor pentatonic stuff. When I listened to everybody, a lot of them did this. They went to the, this may be a long lesson, but I'm trying to give y'all some good stuff. The B, you're in E, right? We're playing over the intro, just over the E. And so we're going to go to the B string, and we're going to go to the 10th fret. We're going to get a lot of distortion. We're going to bend that sucker. And when we bend that sucker, here, there's a few cool things we can do. One thing is, we can go to that pinky there on the same fret, 10th fret E. And that's a little tricky. Or we can, some of that, or just bend. Or we can go like this, and then we can go to the pointer finger, E7th, okay? All right, and then we can go down here in the E minor pentatonic in this normal fingering you're used to. If you don't know pentatonic, this isn't for you. So basically, Chuck Berry style, where that one we're bending the 14th on the G string, and then we're holding the pointer finger on the 12th fret B station E. We can even bar these and do both these. Okay, that's something you can do. Then another thing you can do is same position, E minor pentatonic, and you can go down to the 15th fret B string and bend that one. And you can resolve here on the 12th E like we were doing. So two things you can do to get that just crazy, you know, rocking, face melting stuff. And then after you do all that, or you can just work your pentatonics, then you're going to do the, and that's playing in the F. And what we're doing here, pinky, and we're going to 13th fret E and B bar with our pinky. It's the Skinnerd lick if you don't know it. And then we're going to take our ring finger on the 12th fret G string, and we're going to use all three fingers on that string to help give it support. So while we're keeping that pinky stationary, we're going to bend the 12th fret G string on the G string like this. And we can hit them. And then we'll resolve up on the 9th on the G string. Or you can pull off ring finger to pointer, and then that's on the G. Then you can go to the D on the 12th, back to the G on the 9th. So, okay, and then that Chuck Berry lick I just showed you. Now when it goes to A, again barring the 5th fret E and B, and then bending the 7th, and then that's just something I kind of added, but you know, that I like doing that. But so basically, not the first part. The first part's signature Neil, but then how I run from the D to A, I just did basically inversions. But basically, so this part is just the E string, 2nd to 3rd, pull off. And then I'm doing a pull off on the B string 3rd fret. Now look, when you do these pull offs, you don't just pull off. You've got to bend a little bit. You kind of do a little. You bend down as you're pulling up. And then I just did like our arpeggio D, which is okay. So D, we're on the 7th fret, barring the D string, the G string, and the B string. And then we're going to the B string on the 8th. And we're doing the D formation up here to an A. Then to an E. And anyway, I know that's a lot of stuff, but just to kind of give you the feel, you're not just staying in the E minor pentatonic. You're going E minor pentatonic, then you're playing F major licks. You know, other licks will work. And then you're doing A, freaking Chuck Berry. And some of that stuff to sound like Neil. And that's it, man. I cannot wait to play this live. Y'all have a good one, and happy Easter.